Since 2012, the DNQ Karting Series has been running go-kart races, and tonight it is the 100th DNQ Karting Series race, and it is brought to you by Kerosene Photography. Beautiful weather here at the Millbridge Speedway in Salisbury, North Carolina, and we are just about ready to get going with some of the racing and some of the B-mains. Well, guys, Mike Rout is back after this crazy wreck.
Ooh, there we see Mickey Root going down faster than an inmate fresh out of prison.
It was scary, man. If you watch to the end, even LJ McCleary starts pushing the go-karts out of the way after he's trapped in the middle there. That was scary. Glad everyone walked away.
Let's go down and talk to Mike, who's at the racetrack. Well, after watching that wreck, it is amazing to see Mike Rout even back at this racetrack, number one. Number two, it's amazing to see that you have a kart here to race. Talk about that wreck and talk about everything that happened after.
Well, the wreck happened. I got a little too hot in the corner and caught the right rear into the cushion, and it pulled the front end over. And when it did that, it dug the nose in, instantly flipped me. I didn't even have time to react, and then it was all said and done. I was like, oh man, that was stupid. But you live, you learn. But all it tore up was body, front body mounts, had to put all new steering shaft, new steering wheel. Other than that, we're good to go. It didn't hurt the kart, luckily. Thank God it didn't. It was a brand new kart, so thankfully, here we are. Riggins is going to drive it for me tonight. Still a little tender in some spots, so I don't want to push my luck tonight. So it'll be in good hands with Riggins. So
talk to me about you flip, and then Riggins actually hit you with the side panel. Do you even remember any of that or where he hit you?
No, I didn't know who hit me. Afterwards, he told me, he's like, dude, I thought I ripped your head off. And I didn't even know it was him, but after watching the video, he did a really good job of trying to miss me, and I did a really good job of getting in his way for him to hit me. And then Welch, he did an excellent job of missing me as well. He about stuffed himself into the wall. But I thought everybody did a really good job of trying their best for the situation that we were in. You know, wrecking on the top side. We were all running the top side. So I'm really happy that everybody tried their best.
Yeah, we try to do a lot of safety in here. Obviously, it's still racing. So race sievers, left rear bumper covers. Tell everybody there's a wreck out there to try to help you out. I mean, from your standpoint, is there anything different that could be done safety-wise from us?
No, I think everything was, you know, it's just the nature of the beast when you're running the wall and you don't have much room for error. As you can see, you know, I made this stupid mistake and just got in a little too hot, and I paid the price for it, basically. So I feel like, you know, I had the neck brace on, the helmet, and gloves and all that, and, you know, I popped up with the adrenaline going. I was going to hop on and keep going, but the steering wheel was all jacked up. I couldn't steer it. So then when I got off of here, it was like, ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I might have hurt myself. But, yeah, I think you guys are doing a great job with everything that we have. I thought about adding in some rib protection, but I tried it with my seat, and I think, you know, just don't do dumb stuff.
Mike Rout, he's here. He's fine. He's going to have Eric Riggins drive this thing tonight. All right, guys, a little rivalry we're seeing brewing is your man, Jay-Z, Brian Shaw, and Zack Stroup.
You know, I know it looks bad when you're sitting there watching on YouTube with your beer open, but put yourself in his go-kart, you do the same damn thing. We're out here to win. He's going against Stroup. Stroup's a tough competitor, and Shaw's just not having any of it. I got to say, I understand where Shaw's coming from, and I don't blame him.
Well, Jay-Z, your number one favorite driver that you have been watching and said he was going to be good. Now we're starting to see your season start pick up, Brian Shaw. You've definitely picked your game up a lot over the last couple races. Is there anything that you've done that you can contribute that to, or anyone you have to thank for that? Or?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you and DNQ for this treaded series. I mean, it's the best thing that's ever happened. Now, as far as anybody else, I want to thank Bobby Showalter and Adam Welch for their support and their help, and my wife and my son. And I mean, we've just worked on the setup. You know, with their help, they've given me a lot of technical assistance. And I mean, I've just worked on it a lot myself to get it to where we are right now. So
the last couple races, you and last year's champion Zack Stroup have gotten into it a couple times on the racetrack. What has that been about? It seems like you guys always find each other at the end of the race.
Well, the first night, I just came into the corner and I had a big run on him, and somehow in the middle of the corner he slowed up and I had nowhere to go but into him. So I doored him, and I didn't really intend to. Last week, if you watch the video that I put out, you'll see that the two in the front were playing games and their pace was really slow. We hit the start box and, you know, everybody was pushing behind me. So I had to go. So I had room down on the inside, and I got down there, pulled up next to him on the straightaway, and as we're coming into the first turn, he come down across my nose. I tapped the brake, whether they think I did or didn't, but he came across my nose and I hit him, you know, and that's really all there was to it. I got nothing against the guy. I don't even know him, actually. So, I don't know. I'm just going to try to stay clear of him tonight, however that can happen. Because if we're running together, chances are we're going to be running close again. So I'm just going to try my best to stay away from him.
Brian Shaw, he is going to stay away from Zack Stroup tonight, although I will laugh hysterically if he does not. Thanks, Brian. We'll see last year's champion Nick Stroup getting ready. His brother Zach's on the other end of that rivalry, and Eddie is down with him right now. I'm down here with 2020's Pro Cup Series champion Zack Stroup. Zach, we just talked to Brian Shaw earlier about, we were thinking about rivalries in racing. It seems like you two have one brewing, whether it's on purpose or not on purpose. He said it's been accidental getting into you during these last couple races. From your side of things, how do you feel about what's been going on?
To sum it up, frustrating. Been running good, been running solid all year and through the last two races, and just keep getting run into. But just gotta have to let it go and go back out there and try to get a couple wins going off.
Yeah, you've had a very strong start to the season. A lot of top three finishes and pretty much picking up where you left off. And with this points deal, the old Winston Cup point system, it awards consistency. So the wins will start coming, I'm sure, in time.
Yep. Like I said, we're just going to do exactly like we did last year and keep clicking off these top three, top fives, and be there at the end of the year.
What are you going to do if Brian Shaw runs into you again tonight?
I can't say that on camera. Then you're going to get me for a premeditated wreck. But no, hopefully we'll play nice. If not, we'll just have to take care of it as we go.
Zack Stroup, he's going to handle some business tonight, one way or the other. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, this is the 100th DNQ Series event. The series was established in 2012. Obviously, the 100th event is tonight. Started racing on dirt in 2014, and this is the 7th year on dirt. This series has been such a fun time, and I've been so glad being a part of it.
Yeah, I can't believe it's already been 100 events for DNQ. That's the century really is something to be proud of for the DNQ series. I think my favorite memory in all of DNQ was back at Mooresville Motorplex in the very beginning of the DNQ series. I'll never forget watching Drew Herring walk in the booth or walk in the room there, smelling like Jaeger and Bojangles, and just absolutely blowing past the chicane on the front stretch, right on the outside, past about 3 cars, never even tried, pulled back on, led the race and won. I mean, that was something that it just is ingrained in your memory forever.
It started out as just something fun for a bunch of friends to do on the weekends and during the week to fill some time. And we've had some big names come through and win. We've had some DNQ regulars beat those big names too in some of these huge races. And it's grown. I mean, now we're sending people home in almost every single class. We're having to run B mains to have people race. DNQ's come a long way.
Look at all those names that DNQ has promoted to NASCAR. We had Kyle Larson, Kyle Strickler, Joey Logano in there, Ryan Preece. You name it, they came from DNQ.
Yeah, and that was the 50th DNQ race right there, Lead to Real Estate, and what it's morphed into now with the treaded tires has been so great, and I look forward to hosting so many more of these DNQ races. And, man, 100 races, I cannot wait to get tonight's features fired off and going. Filthy Mechanic Pro Cup Series starting lineup. Zach Smith on the pole with Chris Lawson making his debut on the outside pole.
Row number 2, Brandon Connard and Zack Stroup.
Row 3, Ryan Ayers and my boy Brian Shaw on the 111.
In the next row, Alex Query making his debut with Jesse Riggins.
Row number 7, Stephen Horney and Nick Bashford.
Next row, Austin Compton and Eric Yost in 17.
Hidalgo Alfredo and Adam Wilcox.
Row number 10, Chris Bailey and John Kidwell.
Jay Zarapata and Justin Clemmer.
These are all the guys we sent home. They missed the A main, so this series extremely competitive. As Brian Shaw has an in-cart camera with some telemetry tonight. Got a little fancy
That was like
there.
the 93
For you at
Daytona
home.
500, 63 cars trying to make the field.
Yeah, here's the Filthy Mechanic Pro Cup Series information. 390, shredded Hoosiers, no prep, whatever. If you prep the tires, we don't want you here, so we're gonna get you. All right, here we go. Zach Smith gonna lead the field down to the green. He gets a shove from Zack Stroup. Green flag. We are underway for the Pro Cup feature.
Yeah, Zack Stroup slides up in front, barely of Chris Lawson McDowell, and Ryan Newman goes into the infield there. Stroup puts him 3 wide. They're 4 wide for 4th. What a race already. This is only lap 1.
Ryan Ayers been doing a great job.
Yeah, dude, he's one to watch as we're on board here with Shaw running the high line, hauling 35 miles an hour, middle of the corner, dodging death at every corner. It seems like chasing Riggins down into 1 and 2. It's a hell of a show so far.
Yeah, he runs that high line, gets up to 38 miles an hour here in this Predator engine, 5 horsepower engine. The high line definitely not there tonight, but the higher line in the middle is there as we're watching Brandon Connard and Zack Stroup battle it out with Jesse Riggins.
Yeah, we got 3 guys out of the same camp here, all running up front. You wonder if that team has something figured out. As Stroup goes underneath Connard, but Connard powers back on the high side. They're 3 wide, flying Ryan Ayers on the bottom there, trying to make it work under Brian Shaw. I've got to apologize to Flying Ryan Ayers. I called him a cheater all night on the PA system. Not Ryan Ayers, who I was thinking of. It was cheating Jason Asbury. So sorry about that, Ryan. I will definitely get you a warm Busch Ice out of the winner's box next week.
I tell you what, we're on board with Shaw again, whose car looks awful tonight. But as we were watching Connor get around the outside there, his cart looked mint. That thing wasn't moving around. It had just a little bit of yaw. Let's keep an eye on that go-kart, man. I think he's going to run away with it before long here.
Speaking of running away with it, Zach Smith is starting to run away with it. He's definitely gotten a lot faster lately. So we'll see if he's going to pass the tech shed. Had a little gas problem last time, which that happens from time to time when you leave old fuel in the tank, as Chris Lawson doing a great job as well. And that conga line out there, including Johnny Kidwell, who's running his first race on treaded tires here tonight, doing a great job.
Yeah, Kidwell caught the draft, and he's hanging in there tough. Gives up 1 position to somebody I don't know. Riggins fires it underneath Stroup. I think that's for the 3rd spot there. He's trying to get that nose out in some clean air and maybe make some time back up, not let those leaders get too far out.
Yeah, the 8 of Austin Compton making some moves. We know he's teammates with Zach Smith, so I'm sure those two are running the same setup. As he's coming from the back of the field as Smith leads. That's his gap to Lawson, Connard, and the rest of the field.
We've got a good battle going on here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, which is the norm here. As Riggins is just in front of the Hornets' nest there. It's a Stroup kind of getting beat up on tonight as Kidwell, who finished strong on SRI night as well, makes the position here. And we got the 71 of is that Ayers on the inside of Stroup as well, correct? Oh,
Yeah,
Welch,
Ryan
it's
Ayers
Welch, that's
in.
right.
No, it's Ayers in the Welsh machine, as he is doing a very good job here, leading the points right now in the Filthy Mechanic.
Well, son of a bitch, let's get them a sponsor so they can at least afford name decals on the side of that thing. Guys, we're drunk. We can't figure this out.
It does say Welsh on it. It would mess you up. It would mess you up. It says Welsh on it. Oh, man. A Filthy Mechanic Pro Cup Series, ultra competitive series as it is. But looking at this field here, Kidwell doing a great job. Oh, bad night for Mr. Yost. He's going to park it with Clemmer.
Stenhouse.
Shame to see these guys, you know, when you can make a race like this, it always stinks not to finish it, as Riggins and Kidwell in a battle.
Yeah, it's surprising to see Riggins this far back. Usually he's one up there battling for the lead, but him and Kidwell beating the bumpers off of those things. They keep swapping spots. You got to wonder how much time that's costing them, punching that big hole in the air. We saw those karts 350 miles an hour down the front stretch. I mean, that's a lot of drag when you're riding side by side.
Go back on board with Brian Shaw here. He's riding the bottom. 33 miles an hour, JZ.
Yeah, he's getting there. It's a little slower on the bottom. You know what I mean? You're not making as much hay. There's a gear rule here too in this class, but again, he's just doing his best when he's putting that left front in the white line and he's holding the bottom. He's not one to run the top and be high, wide, and handsome. He's going to play conservative and then run into the side panel as Zack Stroup.
So, Bill, we see the top lane is not there tonight, and does that really put a damper in maybe Riggins' plans or Ayers' plans? Some guys that we see really dominate.
Yeah, you got to wonder. Riggins and Stroup especially, those guys beat the boards down here at Millbridge, and the top just isn't there. You got to wonder if their setup's a little bit too bound up to roll the bottom free. But they've got all the clean air in the world, as Zack Smith just walking the dog. He's already put Ryan Newman one lap down. Nobody's even there for him. He's going to be upset to see that 5 to go caution as Michael McDowell tries to catch a whiff of it. That finally gets that 5 to go caution, and McDowell pulls up on the outside. Let's see if he can make it stick.
AKA Chris Lawson on the outside here of Zack Smith. As a green flag is out, we only have a few laps left. Let's see what happens.
McDowell takes some of that Daytona 500 speed, shoots out to the lead, puts Zack Smith back to second, somewhere he hasn't run all race. He's led every single lap up to this point. McDowell showing him he can still get it done.
Smith back to the inside, gives him a shove off of turn 2. He's going to sneak in there, and he's going to clear himself.
Brandon Conner tries to sneak in there off of 4, throws a haymaker in there. Door slams elbows out. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway.
They're side by side. Brandon Conner, who is a familiar face in victory lane here at Millbridge, trying to make it work on the bottom. He's beating and banging off of Ayers, trying to at least get on the podium here tonight, but they're still 3 wide.
White flag in the air. One more lap for Zack Smith. Doesn't look like Chris Lawson's going to catch him as he fires down the backstretch. The other guys are battling for third, but coming out of turn number 4, Zack Smith fails the tire test a week later, and he is going to go to the house. Chris Lawson is your winner. Let's go down and talk.
Second place, Chris McDowell, heck of a run there. Zach got out a little bit ahead of you, but you got past him with that 5 to go caution. You had it for a minute. How heartbreaking is it to run second?
It's still fun. No heartbreak, just good times out here. It's a good series, and everybody seemed to race really clean. It's a long green flag run. I haven't raced anything in, I think it's been like 10 years, so holy cow, dude. I was honestly getting a little tired, and my arm got burned on the exhaust, and I was being a baby.
These guys are athletes out here. No power steering in these DNQ carts like you would have in your normal car. These things are hard to steer, but it's not often you see a 38 car front row run up in the front. I mean, you're holding the name for that team. What's bragging rights going to be like when you get back to the shop?
They'll be pretty good. Now we're going to go to Kansas this weekend with Todd, and we're going to duplicate this, but one spot better.
There we go. He's coming back for the victory lane next time. Maybe you could talk the winner into one of those lukewarm Busch Ices. Third place, Austin Compton. You came from the back there. You made it exciting. That finish had us standing up in the booth there. We didn't know who got it. Had to look at the scoreboard. Less than 1/100th of a second was all it took to get third place. What was it like racing with those guys?
Man, it was fun. I'm glad we just all raced each other clean, and I was glad to see that 5 to go caution because I was about to fall out the seat. But I enjoyed it. I'm glad everybody raced clean, and we had fun.
Yeah, it's always great to see a great race. Car looks great. What's it going to take? We got KRC Photography down here, the sponsor of the race, taking our picture like some hot shots. What's it going to take to get past those top 2 next week?
Qualify better. We were a little loose in qualifying and tightened up for the feature, and it got us a lot better. We just need to start closer to the front.
Austin Compton going to work on his qualifying for next race. Comes home third tonight in the 100th running of the DNQ series.
USAC starting lineup. And on the SRI performance pole is Joey Gase with Anthony Kidwell on the outside.
Row number 2, Charlie Klingon and Nick Stroup.
Third row, Mike Melton and Mike Contarino, a regular.
Stephen Todges and Caleb Clenard in the next row.
Daniel Todges and Father Time Curtis Beeson.
Dirty Air Donald Caldwell's back and David Crops in the 97.
Rob Bates and Ryan Richmond in the next row.
Cowboy Carmen and Steve Carmen.
And Zach Donahue.
USAC. Champ Buggies 425. Treaded Hoosiers, no prep. And our winner of tonight's race passed the tire test. That might shock you. On board with David Crops. The in-cart camera, yes, you can pass a tire test if there are carts with prep running on the racetrack. Don't make up excuses. There is no prep that is undetectable. We know, trust me. Millbridge sells a lot of tires, and because of this series, I'm sure they sell a lot more because people can't control themselves. All right, here we go. Joey Gase leads the field to the green as we go green, and I love this USAC class. Look at this cart count, man.
Stroup puts him 3 wide, lap 1, turn 1. Speaking of can't help himself, he's trying to blow his load on the first lap.
Todges lost a bunch of spots as one goes around on the front stretch.
Joey Gase goes off the front bumper of Mike Melton. Looks like the whole field had checked up there for a minute. Gase gets pretty smart about it and dives into the field. Well, you know, in the back, but tough break for Joey Gase right off the bat here as the caution is out.
Yeah, pole sitter.
Piece of Jacques debris off of turn number 2. You know, when you work on these things as air filter, it would be a good idea to go ahead and make sure everything's tight before you fire off into one. All right, let's see. Last year's champion Nick Stroup in the Cup Series is leading the field with Charlie Kingen on the outside as we go back green.
Stroup made that risky move work, and he gets nerf barred again. And who's that trying to put him 3 wide? Is that
Mike
Klingon?
Melton in the yellow cart makes it 3 wide. He stopped Kingen from getting to the bottom. And that will give Stroup the lead back as Melton gets into second place, Kidwell third, and Charlie Kingen fourth as the rest of the field heads down into 3 and 4.
You know, I'm watching these USAC carts circulate the racetrack, and I want to again call out how DNQ is the hotbed of engineering for go-kart racing. You can see a lot of these guys adopting big right side windows, and some even starting to extend that right side window to the rear of the go-kart to get that side force so they can run less mechanical grip and still maintain that cart and get a good drive off the corner. So just another thing DNQ helps innovate in the field of go-kart racing.
We saw David Crops there with a big rear view mirror. We're not sure why he has that on there. Not much to see behind him, but it's innovation at its finest.
Charlie Kingen, I think, has really stepped the body game up. He's got the sail panel. He's got a lot of stuff going on. So if he runs good, I guarantee you everybody else will have it. As we're watching Contarino, Todges, and Curtis Beeson battle it out.
Todges' left rear has been used up so far tonight. He got beat up real bad in the start. He keeps losing spots. He's fighting that go-kart. It looks evil tonight.
Contarino is up on the wheel on that thing. He looked like Jimmy Spencer wheeling the shit
Dude, he
out
gets
of
it
that.
done in the USAC class. He's had some good finishes. Apparently, I heard somebody say, I don't know if it's true, that's one of his kids' box stock cart transferred over to a champ cart. So that's actually a pretty good idea if you had it laying around. As the caution is out, Zach Donahue gonna park it for the night in the 72 orange 72 machine. There we go. Back under green, Stroup leading. Melton is going to get into second. Looks like Kidwell is going to battle with Contarino for the third spot.
Yeah, I was talking to Stroup as looks like Beeson gets tangled up there with Todges in the middle of the backstretch. I was talking to Stroup before the race, and he wasn't even sure if he was going to ride this thing. It was kind of a last-minute deal that got put together, but it looks like they got all the right pieces in all the right places.
Man, this class has just grown tremendously, and it's a lot of fun to watch because these guys actually have to race. They can't just pound each other with that exposed right front tire. I mean, it helps out. It helps the racing out quite a bit, so you actually have to be disciplined.
That's really hard for a lot of these guys because they might want to be disciplined. They just might not have the talent to be disciplined. As we see Connorino shove a right rear into somebody there. But yeah, these things got a lot of power. They're really fast, big machines. All that aero on the side, especially the Klingerman machine. And yeah, these guys are hauling around here.
Is that Stroup back to the inside there taking the lead?
Yeah, that's a lap car. That's Steve Carmine going a lap down.
Who's in the 128? They were outside pole when this race kicked off, and they've lost a few spots.
Anthony Kidwell looking like he's having, struggling a little bit here. They're still trying to figure out the treaded tire. These guys are big on prep, and obviously you can't do that here, so he's still learning. As we have a battle for second. Looks like Mike Melton's got some heat from Charlie Kingen, who's got all that aero work done to his kart.
Yeah, it looks like Kingpin is all that aero work's really paying off. He's had hundreds of hours in the tunnel with that thing already. We know Magic Mike Melton can't get a car in the tunnel to save his life. He might not even know how to drive the truck to the tunnel as we get our 5 to go caution. But Charlie Kingpin lines up on the inside. Let's see if he can make that thing stick. He gives Melton the big shove. Talge is still on his right rear there. Kingpin gives a right front to Magic Mike Melton.
Oh, we got in the wall. Joey Gase involved in that. Looks like his side panel's starting to flat back. Oh, man, that was a bad deal for him as Kingen now trying to hunt down Melton.
Yeah, we see that side panel on the Joey Gase 35 machine flapped all the way back. That's the one bad thing. If you're going to do all this aero work, if it gets a little bit tweaked out, the balance of the race car is just going to be all over the place. And it looks like that might be why Joey Gase is running so
David Kropp's running the higher lane there, starting to get a run on Cowboy Carmine, but looks like Charlie Kingen has made the move on Mike Melton, and now he sets his eyes on Nick Stroup as the laps wind down.
Hey, these guys are struggling from like 5th on back, are really struggling to make that front end cut and get down to that sort of late-ish apex there in 1 and 2. Everyone else has got a whole bunch of wheel turned into it, and they're having trouble holding the bottom. But Gase is making a nice run back, even with that side panel flapping back, changing the center of aero balance on that go-kart there.
I don't know if that's not better. We saw it shove the front tires there. It looks like the side force is way back now. Just really sticking that right rear, and the front tires just sliding across the racetrack. Going to be tough for him to get too much farther ahead. Definitely going to depend on talent and motor at this point.
Yeah, Joey Gase having a rough night. He definitely had a fast piece, just did not get to showcase him when you get there in the back. And there is our 5 to go caution. See what happens now. We saw Kingen starting to run down Stroup there at the end of this thing. We'll see if he can get him.
Joey Gase takes the high line there and moves up to 6th spot. Let's see if he can make hay here as we're off, and Stroup gets a great jump as we take the green.
Kingen not going to let Melton do that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Kingpin making himself known here in the USAC series as, I don't know, whoever's in that 128 shoves Magic Mike Melton out of the way too. I wonder if all that aero has saved Kingpin's tires.
Yeah, it looks like Kidwell and Melton are starting to battle it out a little bit, along with Todges and Gase, who all race out of the same shop. But don't look now, Charlie Kingpin starting to hunt down Nick Stroup.
It's just a matter of time here. It looks like Kingpin there can use a little less racetrack, make his line a little shorter around the inside there, and little by little he's closing in. But he's going to run out of time here, Bob.
Kidwell has an issue as we have the white flag is out. Can Kingen do anything here if he can get to Stroup?
He's right on his bumper. Gives him a shot down the back. Yellow's out. Yellow.
Todges.
Rack him and stack him one more
Steven
time.
Todges spun out, and that killed Charlie Kingen's race right there. As they're going to get the green and white single file restarts. We've had 3 attempts, and I don't even know how you'd pass somebody here, but This is basically going to be over here for Nick Stroup. He's going to take on the USAC victory, last year's Cup champion, getting a win in USAC. Let's go down and talk to him.
Yeet.
Down here in Victory Lane with Mr. Stroup leading flag to flag after starting third. Put on a clinic here in the USAC series. What did it take to get it done tonight?
Superior Tire Management, that's what it took. I just got to thank them. This is their cart. Man, this is so much fun. I just want to race more and more on these Hoosier tires, and I asked them if I could borrow the go-kart, just come out here and mess around some more. That was just a lot of fun, man. We need to get this thing off the bottom, get back on the top, and bang some boards on these champ buggies.
Well, you're definitely a fan of doing that. You've got a lot of big car experience. Looks like a lot of people helped you get here to Victory Lane. Why don't you tell us who helped you get here?
My wife, Mackenzie, my dad, my dad's here, Chris Mosley, my brother, everybody that's standing here. Like I said, Superior Tire Management, the whole group is just awesome.
Well, these boys got a lot of work to do if they're going to show Nick Stroup how to get around here. Congratulations on the 100th running of the DNQ series. Charlie Kingen down here, second place run tonight at Millbridge. You were so close. Maybe one different choose cone, you might have been up there to get it. But, I mean, what's it like to run second here on the 100th running of DNQ?
Awesome. Thanks to my crew. We have worked all week, from the aerodynamic crews, the chassis, to the motor man. Love every one of y'all. Mike Yao, Terry Idle, thank you. We almost had it if it wasn't for the caution. We almost had it. And Austin, thank you for all the work. Kelly for being there supportive. We will get there, and I told you I was going to get there tonight. The caution failed.
Yeah, no aero restrictions here in the USAC series, and it looks like you guys have definitely been to the tunnel and put in your work here on the aerodynamics side. I mean, you've got the side panel right here, the sail plane. It looked like it was definitely paying off for you. Diffuser here at the bottom. You're giving these guys a lot of ideas on what to do.
Just playing around, having fun.
That's what DNQ Series is about. Congratulations, second place. Magic Mike Melton, my man. Came from the back a couple of times, beating and banging. I saw some right side Nerf bars get thrown by you and at you. What a race there, coming home third.
Yeah, it was a pretty good night. I don't know what happened on the start. Got kind of hairy. I got in the back of Joey. He went off my front bumper there for a ride, and I hated it. I didn't know what else we could do at that. Great racing. That's 2 weeks in a row that we've had some side-by-side racing. We just got to work to get it a little better. Those guys are quick. We're not bad. We just need to be a little better. And I can't thank everybody. Steven Talges, Dan, Turbo, Joey, everybody that kind of pitches in, helps over here and works on these things every week. So really appreciate it. A lot of fun. I'm going to go fire up this dash cart and see if we can do a little better. But I appreciate it. Thank you.
Heck of a run. Magic Mike Melton coming home third. He's getting ready for the Dash Series, trying to make his way up to that warm case of beer.
Finish line Wash Pros Dash Series. On the SRI pole is Josh Schlong and Kelly Britt on the outside pole.
Number 2, Stephen Talges and Bobby Showtime.
Row 3, Magic Mike Melton and Dylan Capello in 38.
Jen with 2N Welsh, and your man Jay-Z, Brian Shaw, in the next row.
My guy.
Duane, Steppy Jr., and Joey Gase.
Zach Capellonia and Chris Britt.
Chris Britt in the Chalou machine. Chris Gwynn and Martin Corberly in the next row.
Dan Barack and Jordan Rummage.
Jonathan Mabe and Jamie Edwards.
That's another Chalou machine there as well. Misty A. Main, Tyler Richmond, David Back, Markham, and Christian Wright. Hopefully you guys can make it the next time we have another feature. We go on board with Brian Shaw again. For some reason, the Chalou carts are in the back of the field. Gotta love helping those small teams.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
You gotta try to give them a good deal at some point.
Speaking of a good deal, Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series 390 Stock Predator, small tires all the way around. No prep. Zero prep. We have ways of knowing if you have prepped. There is a way to see if you are prepping while you are racing. Trust me. Don't do it. I'm sick of the bullshit. Ask the baby Dwayne, the baby Wayne, who got thrown out of the racetrack before he even got to race tonight because his tires smell like goat pee. Green flag, we are underway. Josh Schlong, the leader, with the night crawler Kelly Britt on the top with Showalter in third.
We're 3 wide with Jen Welsh and Magic Mike Melton. Jen Welsh up into the top 5 right now, making her name known here in the DNQ series as she gets a shove from Joey Gase. Magic Mike Melton trying to push her down the backstretch, beating the back bumper off that thing. I'm sure, like, never mind, I'll save that.
Back pedal.
You know, here
Bobby Showtime.
here in the DNQ series, you know, Jen is obviously a woman racer. We champion that. We love to have women and all different people race with us. But we're not going to cover her cart every 3 seconds on this broadcast. As Brian Shaw is slammed in the fence, and the caution is out. You know, if you're running good, well, no, the caution's not out. We stay green. If you're running good, Jen, we'll talk about you. If not, we're not going to pan to your cart in 15th and say you're having a good night. Just not going to happen. That's equal opportunity. As we watch the field come on down to 3 and 4, I love that camera shot for some reason. And we're watching Joey Gase in this conga line with Jen and Welsh, Stephen Todges, and Mike Melton.
I don't know why it shouldn't even be that funny, but I'm cracking up. You know, I'm wondering, Bob, if DNQ is close to winning like a Golden Globe or an Emmy for that type of production, that camera work, and that inside line. I know we had the Gopher cam way back in the day, but this really captures the speed. Look at the line. Look at the entry these drivers are taking. This shot really paints the picture for how this Dash Series runs and where the talent is up front and where people like Mike Melton are trying to fight their way through and get by. I don't even know who the 33 is. I know that's Towage there on the 12 as he gets about spun around.
Zach Campolonia, go ahead and let it happen. The 93's got a weird seat position. I don't know if that he looks like.
I think the brake pedal might be broken on that 93 machine. He got in there a little bit hot.
He's either 7 feet tall or he's like the generic artwork for a go-kart guy. You know what I mean? Like, where the seat angle's not right. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Well, he's doing a good job, man. Duwayne Stepp, I believe is his name. He's new. So, good job, Duwayne. I would lay that seat down. You'd probably be leading this thing right about now. Josh Long, I mean, heck, we took a tire sample for him last year. Hell, he might be, who the hell knows? I don't even know anymore. But he's doing a great job. I mean, he's probably not by looking at somebody else that's racing with him. But, Duwayne. Duwayne's in the middle of a shitstorm right now. Come on, Duwayne.
Duwayne trying to catch a hot part down the backstretch, get a big run.
Oh!
And no! He might not have a spotter. I think he might have cleared himself on that one, or Brett Griffin might be on the radio. Who knows? But Curtis Markham putting it underneath that 38 machine.
That's Martin Corbley. That is definitely not Curtis Markham. But hey, it looks like his cart.
Yeah, running about.
It looks like his cart. Here comes the Nightcrawler Kelly Britt with Robert Showtime. And Kelly Britt, last race we had an issue with his engine, and tonight he's back at it. His engine's a lot more quiet this race.
He is. That thing is cranked to the left, though, and somehow still has a ton of roll speed in the middle as we go on board, or we go to the Go for Beer cam here.
I about get dizzy watching that. Well, maybe it's the drinks I've had. Let's go on board with Brian Shaw. Bottom feeding, Jay-Z. Here's your guy trying to chase down an old Busch Series champion, Jordan Rummage.
Yeah, Brian's having a tough night. Even in the previous class he ran, he really couldn't hold the bottom that well. The cart just wants to push up off the middle there, and he's struggling. Hope to go back to the trailer, maybe work on a stagger or something like that, and just see what's wrong with that go-kart. But he's not having his best night tonight.
As we see, one of the Chalou machines is around off of turn number 2. Scooter goes for a scoot, and definitely looks like a Lewandowski moment there off of turn number 2. That'll bring out the caution. All right. Well, now the Chalou carts are in the back, like right there. You see them, the 0 of Britt and Edwards. It's all right. Got to do what you got to do as the green flag is out. Showalter and Mr. Dash, Mike Melton, creeping up towards the front with Joey Gase. Zach Campolonia. That sucks.
Yeah, he almost goes around again, and Kelly Britt shoves his way to the lead. The Nightcrawler gets some clean air out front.
Yeah, here he goes. out to the front. Joey Gase making it 3 wide, starting the slap fest here. Oh, around goes Josh Long off Mike Melton's front bumper.
Josh Long gets a
Josh Long.
There's a universal. Go ahead.
I don't know. I was just going to say he got bitch slapped by Melton there off of 4. I don't.
He did. He shows up with that brand new pretty trick cart with that pretty body, and whenever you show up with a pretty body, someone hits you. It's a universal rule. You can't escape it. It's physics at this point.
See what the Nightcrawler has here as Joey Gase jumps the inside. Cannot make it happen. Jen Welsh up in the top 5 still having a great night.
She is. Jen Welsh really got her act together here, throwing it down, letting these boys know what girls can do here in the DNQ series. A little bit tight, it looked like. Bobby Showtime jumping along.
Oh, Dwayne. Oh, my man. Oh, good thing his seat was leaned up. He would have got destroyed there. He would have had a concussion.
Yep. Probably saved his 5th and 6th vertebrae by having that seat turned up there.
Let's see what happened here. Boom! Yeah.
Oh!
Brian Shaw. He's not having a good night, JC. Just not there, man.
No, hey, every squirrel gets a nut. Tonight is not his night to nut.
Man,
you know?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've been there. Green flag, we're back underway. Look at Jen Welsh in the top line battling for the lead here with Joey Gase. Doing a great job.
She puts Joey Gase down as a bottom bitch. She's going to ride the top, pulls it down, only gets back to 4th place. And Josh Long, look, he's went around, made it all the way back up into the top 5. Watch for him. He's back up, fighting with the leaders. Bobby Showtime beating the right side off of that thing, trying to take 2nd spot away from
You got to
Joey
give him
Gase.
credit. When you get these choose cone restarts, it takes time to capitalize on that. And looks like he has done that, as it looks like Gase and Showalter are battling it out here with Josh Long watching.
Long's creeping up there. He goes 3 wide. He's underneath Showtime. He gets by them both, but pushes up. Can Bobby Showtime turn it down underneath? He ends up P2 right now.
Oh,
what a good race, Bob.
Nothing says f you like a good side panel back to the inside of the 71 from
Todd
Joey
just
Gase.
comes out of nowhere.
Look at Jordan Rummage. Jordan Rummage marching his way to the front, a past champion in DNQ.
Yo!
Yeah, Josh Long getting assaulted there. He got railroaded on that as we go to the Gopher Beer Cam down here on the bottom as we watch all the bitches. We got the white flag out for Kelly Britt. Not sure he is going to pass any sort of tech with that machine. So let's give the win to Bobby Showtime.
Nightcrawler decided to not let us test his tires, is what happened. So
2nd place finisher Bobby Showtime definitely put on a show. Heck of a battle there. The whole 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th place. It was some tough race in there. How good does it feel to come home 2nd place on the 100th running for DNQ?
Congratulations to DNQ on the 100th race. That's awesome. And yeah, we were running pretty good there. I got passed by Jenna Welsh, so congratulations to her. She was up there running pretty good, and it was decent. I mean, I don't know if I had anything for Josh or the 13 there, but we were fast, and then Joey caught up to me a little bit there, and we raced the last 4 or 5 laps side to side. And I mean, I was using him up a little bit, and then Josh kind of came in there and harpooned us and got us messed up, and I broke away and finished 2nd, so I'll take it.
Yeah, good run tonight here by Bobby Showtime, always running up front in the DNQ series, and we'll see how tech goes.
Yeah.
Good job, man. Thank you. Joey Gase, 3rd place finish here after a heartbreak in the USAC series, so great comeback. You know, heck of a battle between you and Bobby Showtime. A little bit of rough racing between you and Josh, but he was racing everybody like that, and that's what you get here in the DNQ series.
Yeah, me and Josh are good friends, but, you know, you race others the way you're raced, so payback's a bitch. But, yeah, me and Bobby, that was a blast. We're side by side for, 5 laps. You would get some, I would get some. The next thing you know, we're just kapow. But yeah, at least we still finished 2nd and 3rd and started 9th in this and got 3rd. And then USAC went from last back up to 4th after getting wrecked like 5 times. So overall, I'm still in one piece. I feel like Talladega, we're in one piece at least, and here we are.
Yeah, what's tougher, Millbridge Super Speedway or Talladega Super Speedway?
I don't know, man. It's pretty even.
Well, DNQ is the toughest series in all of the country, and here we've got somebody who races both series and says DNQ is the best. So congratulations on a third place finish, Joey.
I just wish it paid as good.
Second place, because first just.
Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair Busch Series. Brandon Connard on the SRI Performance pole with Thomas Markham on the outside pole.
Row number 2, Rowdy Randall Beck and Ethan Hildebrand.
Ryan Millington moving up in the Busch Series and Anthony Kidwell.
I don't know who these guys are.
Ratchet Jaws Teasley and Michael Rimmer.
Dustin Dunn out of the Young Motorsports stable and Ray Thies in the 03.
Jonathan Cuevas and John Durrell in the next row.
Alan Keith and Sam Platt.
Sam Platt, your name's not Sam Korn, so if you're cheating, we're still going to know that you're Sam Platt. Here's the Busch Series rules for the deal. People are starting to like check in with cute names, so if they get fined, they don't think they get fined because it's not their real name. It's not how it works. We know who you are. There's plenty of people around the racetrack who know who you are. Cut the shit. All right, here we go. Thomas Markham has an in-car camera. As Brandon Connard, who all of a sudden has become really good at prep racing. Green flag is in the air because he hangs out with Mullis and the Superior Tire Management guys. This series has really started to go his way, and he's got the right people behind him. Maybe he can win the championship.
One guy that.
No. I don't want to step all over you, Bill. Show him what you got. That's where you got a hornet's nest here in the back.
Yeah, one guy that this is not going good for is Thomas Markham, as he started second all the way back to fourth right now.
Whose bumper is that?
We got a smokestack coming out the back.
Yeah, Michael Reimer's bumper is just, that's another thing. If you don't have a bumper, you get parked in DNQ, so that sucks for him. All right, green flag. He must have fixed it. As we're back underway, Connard leads with Hildebrand. I mean, Busch Series racing, these guys have done nothing but just beat the shit out of each other every race.
This is great racing right here. Who's in the 11? I don't know. Denny Hamlin's
I don't even know
second.
there was an 11 out there.
Thomas Markham. No, that's not Thomas Markham. Who's the other gray 15?
That's Millington.
Oh,
yeah.
Millington and Kyle Brown. He makes the move on Kyle Brown, who is now going to third. And looks like Sam Platt and Ethan Hildebrand are now battling it out with Rimmer and Dustin Dunn.
Yeah, doggy. Tell you, I heard on the Facebooks that Brandon Connor's going to start selling some T-shirts. Brandon, you start selling them. You contact old Jay-Z. Jay-Z wants a large. Let me know how much I owe you.
Yeah, that thing actually looks pretty good. He sent me some proofs of it. But anybody else selling shirts, let us know. We'll definitely help promote it. As Ethan Hildebrand on the inside of Platt, and he is going to make the move. Michael Reimer in the next position there. And these guys are a lot faster, have more roll speed, but they are allowed to prep. So you can prep here if you want to run a prep class.
You can see that prep groove building along the bottom of the racetrack here. I'm interested to see what the Cup guys do later tonight, and if they'll fan out and push that Angel Dust up, or if they're going to try to fight for the bottom too. Mark lost that right front real quick. I thought he was going to take down the wall there for a second, but he got it back together. He's pushing.
Somebody missed it on tires tonight, and you can hear him squealing. Look at that. That is not a good night when you do that, huh? Man, I have been there before. There is nothing. You just may as well just park it, Markham. I mean, I know you're racing for points, but my goodness, does those nights suck.
Block, not going good for Thomas Markham.
Not at all.
There's nothing better than hearing that when you're in a cart. Brandon Connard not hearing that right now. If he's hearing much of anything in that cart, it's a smooth move, smooth ride. He's in the XLX machine leading this thing while Millington and Hildebrand are battling it out.
Yeah, good battle for second. Connard right now is just, he's not even running the bottom. So we see Dustin Dunn finally making some noise in one of those Young's Motorsports machines. We saw the,
Reimer.
Reimer. Team owner Tyler Young not here tonight. Big detriment to that team. Had a solid 6 Tinder date tonight. Couldn't make it to the racetrack. So good luck for him. Let's hope he clears. Whoa, our cone gets knocked down. But,
hit the cone. Cone assault.
Let's hope Tyler Young seals the deal.
Those are.
Yeah, Tyler not being here he's a huge asset to this team, and those carts are just not running as good tonight as Thomas Markham. just dead stopped off the top of 2. It's going to bring out the caution. Make a bad night worse.
All by himself. Oh.
And then he spins.
I don't know why. It's just snapping loose off. It could be all the wheel you have in it in the center. Here we go. Green
Millington.
Millington.
Oh, no.
Millington. Oh.
Leader Brandon Connor goes around, but Chalu Machine jammed up there with him.
Let's see. Platt tries to make a move, and Millington, I don't know, kind of a product of just he was on the inside shoving everybody else. Reimer, nowhere to go. Hope that front bumper was tight. Yeah. Man, just getting bitch slapped around out there. It's a tough break. All right, let's see. Millington, who is no stranger to putting a bumper to a left rear, is going to lead this thing. Green flag back out. Do you think Connor marred in the back here? He might have enough time to make it through. He's taking it almost 3 wide.
He's right in the mix right now. He catches a caution or two. He's definitely going to be back in it. Working that high side, got a big run there. He's only back to 8th or 9th. But they're stacked up 2 by 2 in front of him. These guys start racing, and whoa, Millington goes penthouse to the basement, takes the lead 2 1/4. What a move by Millington.
Yeah.
That was close. That was tight. Kidwell about spun his ass.
It's tough sledding out there. Everyone's fighting for that bottom right there in the middle of 1 and 2. And if you miss it by an inch, you're losing 2-3 spots coming off the corner. As Hildebrand tried to block but could not do it. Millington held him off. Or vice versa, you know what I mean.
Yeah, Millington and Hildebrand getting kind of chippy right now as we got our, I believe it's our 5-0 caution. Ooh,
yeah,
look
sure.
Who is up in 4th?
Yeah, Reimer actually up in 2nd after the start of this thing. That's what I love about the choose cone restarts as we go back green.
Yeah, Brandon Connor trying to shove Reimer up there into the 2nd spot. He gets it, but Dustin Dunn makes his way underneath Brandon Connor, puts him back to 5th.
Platt went from 0 to 0. He almost gets punted into the infield here by Connor, leading that left rear. And poor Reimer, he's on the losing end of that. As Millington almost gets dumped. Hildebrand to the back of him. Dustin Dunn pounds into the back of Hildebrand. Crazy racing here, no bumper safe.
Contrary to
that opens the door for Connor.
Contrary to popular belief, brake pedals are mandatory here in the DNQ series. You don't have to use them, but they must be installed. Oh, you got Thomas back, Markham. And I can't see the number on that neon yellow cart. Hung up like 2 dogs on the backstretch. Jumping left rears.
Bad deal right there.
Here we go. Only a few laps left here in this race as the green flag is back out. Hildebrand trying to make the block. Millington jumps him.
Connor goes by both.
Connor to the lead.
Sam Platt full send on the inside. Hildebrand gets him back. It's rough out there. Bad day to be a side panel as we get 1 to go.
Connor was in the back, got spun, spins around. Millington, Hildebrand get into it, brings Connor to the front, and he is going to take the win. And man, is he pumped up. Let's go down to victory lane. Yeah.
Brandon Connor takes home the win. We wrote you off completely. You got spun, went all the way to the back. What'd you think when those two hit each other and you had that huge run?
I kind of thought it was going to happen. It happened to me on the restart, and I guess I left the door open. So I looked behind me to see if I could move up getting into 1, and luckily I got a jump on the go-kart behind me, so I knew that was going to happen. So I tried to move up down the straightaway and arc my corner and get underneath them coming off. So I was pumped.
That was one of the best finishes we've seen here in a long time. And man, that was epic for sure. Who do you have to thank?
I got to thank my dad, my brother, Hunter at Premier. He helps me a lot on the car. Eric for the tires. Carolina Roofing, Chris Ferguson Motorsports, DC2 Concrete, Big Ace Custom Graphics, and Jeremy Bullens Racing.
Well, you guys took home 2 wins already tonight. Congratulations again on the 100th running of the DNQ series. Good job.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Ryan Millington comes home 2nd. You were 2 quarters away from taking home that win. Man, what were you thinking?
Oh, man, we did not have a good kart there. I was a little too soft on tires, but I just drove the heck out of it, man. I think I hit about everybody out there, but need a new right side door before the next race. But overall, it was a fun night, man. I can't thank Gage, Dylan, Megan, and Kaylee and everybody enough for the help. Everybody puts in effort to make this possible. So it's just a ton of fun coming out here, and man, it's fun racing. Every time I come out here, I seem to have a blast. So just gonna keep it going and see if we can't pick up a win in the next few.
It got dicey there, caution after caution after caution, and you being either first or second every single time. How do you choose which lane you get in for those consecutive cautions, especially coming down to the end?
Yeah, I knew right there at the end I wanted to be in second because I knew I could just dive bomb it off into one and get in the front, but I think I drove it in there a little too deep and got out of the groove coming off two, and he was able to get by me, but overall, man, I had an absolute blast, so it was a really good night.
Ryan Millington coming home second, definitely drove it off a little too deep, but still happy with the second place finish. Ethan Hildebrand coming home third, so close. Heartbreak when you guys tangled. How good does it feel to be this close in your first DNQ Series start?
It felt good. I felt like in the long run I definitely had the cart to beat, and we got out, and I think it was about 3 or 4 to go, and I seen a caution, and I said, this ain't going to be good. And I tried to be as aggressive as I could. They're pretty aggressive down here, and it just didn't go my way tonight.
Well, that lukewarm case of beer is all you missed out on right there. What can you do different next time you come back here to Millbridge Super Speedway?
I think probably concentrate more on the short runs. There's a lot of cautions this race. I didn't really know what to expect, this being my first race here, but that's definitely something to think about next time.
Ethan Hildebrand, first time here, heck of a run, coming home third. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
Escape Pool Cleaning starting lineup. We had 8 carts get inverted, so that puts Adam Welsh on the pole, Craig Smith on the outside pole.
Bobby Showtime and Jesse Riggins, the better brother.
Nick Stroup and C.J. Winslow.
Our pole sitter, Eric Riggins, will start 8th with Zach Campoloni with a great qualifying effort in 7th.
Curtis Markham and Mike Contarino.
Next row, Steve Broy and Craig West.
Craig West filling in for Nick Beatty. That is Ryan Ayers and Mickey Roop in the next row. They will round out the field. Ayers in a developmental piece tonight. Here's the Escape Pool Cup Series. It is actually 420 for the weight, not 390. Messed that graphic up. There you go. No prep. Ask Mr. Asbury how prep works. He is not here tonight because he got busted on a tire sample. So, whatever. If you want to be dumb and keep buying tires, it's up to you. Showalter in-cart camera for tonight here in the 100th DNQ race tonight. Want to thank Escape Pool Cleaning for their sponsorship of the series. Hey, you got a pool, you're going to open it soon. If you're in the North Carolina area around here, give them a call and let them come clean your pool so you can go swimming in it as a green flag is out.
This looks like, we got a Mike Contarino around. Bumper coming off of that. He got the left rear cleaned off of it.
His bumper just got some Viagra is what happened to that. Let's take a look at the instant replay. Wow, the 14 and making his debut there. And ready? Boing. Contarino was parked for the night because of that. Sheared the bumper off. Got to have a bumper to race. So tough break for him first lap. This is nothing worse than that. All right, the bad kitty Adam Welsh will restart this thing with cross thread on the outside as he gets shuffled. He'll go back to his normal 8th place as the green flag is out.
I've never seen somebody go from 2nd to 10th so fast.
Well, that's where he feels comfortable, just like, some other people that race. Go! Tough break for Campoloni in his Cup debut. I don't even know who did that, but he went around.
Oh, now he's hung up.
Calling it quits. Oh, no, there we go.
Take a look at this again.
Oh,
wow. Misjudged it by a little bit there, Mickey Roop.
Yeah.
Just by fractions.
clears
Fractions of. All right, here we go. This is a restart from Showalter's in-cart camera and the field as we go back green, celebrating 100 DNQ races. Let's take a look.
Showtime shoving. He gets to the inside of the Bad Kitty. Showalter is going to be able to take the lead here. Oh, Bad Kitty pitches him down. Scrubs off some speed, but he's able to stay there. Let's give it one more go, and 1 and 2. Still side by side, can't quite get there. They're 2 by 2 going down the backstretch.
What I love about this camera angle, this is exactly what you see as a driver.
Oh, yeah. You see the freight train going by on the inside. Bobby Showtime can't do anything. There's no high side tonight for him to lean on and really get those runs like we saw as Stroup gets into the side of him as they're battling for 4th place.
Yeah, what I want to point out while we're on board with Bobby Showtime is that left brake foot has not moved all race, and Stephen Broy goes around.
There is our mandatory Stephen Broy caution as he goes spinning down the backstretch. Won a race, mandatory by the DNQ series. All right, here we go. Adam Wells asking for the push from Jesse Riggins. He's going to get it as he's trying to hold Nick Stroup at bay. Green flag back underway.
Yeah, 45 on, who is that, Nick Stroup? One of the Stroup brothers.
Yes, Nick Stroup.
Bobby Showtime getting used back.
That's Riggins in the route machine on the 112 on the high side, right?
Yeah, he qualified on the pole, chose 8 for the invert, so he's had his work cut out for him tonight trying to make his way to the front.
He's doing a damn good job so far, up to 3rd, running down Stroup, and he didn't get a run off the 2 as Bobby Showtime sticks it underneath there and takes the spot away.
Commentators curse, step on the old pecker. It's hard to get in somebody else's stuff and drive it. I'm sure it drives completely different than anything he is used to before, and that's a good call for them to put him in it, though.
Yeah, anytime you get talent like Riggins in your machine, it definitely gives you an idea of where your program's at. As we see the better brother going underneath of Bobby Showtime, he's going to take that 3rd spot away, 4th spot away.
What I'm more surprised about is the fact that Adam Welsh qualified not very good. Nobody can touch him right now. As we're on board with Robert Showtime. No, I mean, Stroup can't touch him. Riggins can't touch him. Showalter can't touch him. He just checked out leading this thing.
He can get a little aggressive from time to time. So when he gets some clean air and he can just focus on the line in front of him, I bet he's 2-3 tenths faster a lap, where if he's running 3rd, 4th, 5th, he's beating and banging with the rest of the guys in the field. And he might lose a little bit of speed there as Bobby Showtime tries to feed the right front to Jesse Riggins' left rear.
I mean, it kind of got overshadowed, but Welsh did win the Miltona 50. I mean, there's no question about that. Welsh did pass the tire test and everything and won the Miltona 50. So now he's out here running and running well, and if he can just get it together, calm down, he's going to go ahead and he could win a championship. But, things are kind of strung out. Let's go ahead and crank it up for you guys. Well, hope you enjoyed listening to those carts as loud as they get and crank it up. But, man, I love some of these battles that are going on, even in the middle pack of the field there with Curtis Markham, Mickey Roop, and C.J. Winslow. But Adam Wells just full-blown checked out here from Stroup.
Bad Kitty got some clean air on the nose of that machine, and it is working good. Even Casey Atwood can need some laps. But back here, I want to keep my eyes on Flying Ryan Ayers. I said earlier I made a mistake and called him a cheater all night on the PA. That was Asbury, definitely not Flying Ryan Ayers. And that developmental piece that he's in tonight is really hauling some butt. I wonder if they're going to take that developmental piece back next week.
Yeah, SKE Chassis making that developmental chassis as Welsh will get the jump here. 5 to go. Leaves the bottom open, and he gets hit. Riggins will shove him out of the groove. Stroup will move him out of the way. All right, now he's cleared back out. We'll see if he can make his march back to the front.
Both Riggins took him out on that one, and Bobby Showtime was the one who got the benefits of that little matchup there.
Wells trying to run Stroup down the Riggins down the racetrack, opens the door for Stroup, and now he's going to get shuffled as Showtime skates away with the lead.
Ayers able to get past all that mess up into the 3rd spot.
Man, Welch just got shuffled there. He didn't protect the bottom enough on the restart, and man, they are slamming each other back there.
Mandatory Stephen Broy caution.
Are we going to get another one? No, we stay green right now, and it's all Showtime leading as the white flag is out. I don't know. Stroup's got to run. We'll see what happens.
He's within the cart lines, but he's not going to get it done. Bobby Showtime triumphs again at Millbridge.
Bobby Showtime, second time down here tonight. Well, you don't know how to win them without being dramatic fashion, do you?
Right. Yeah, so we hung on a little bit there at the beginning of the race, and then Adam and Stroup and the rigging boys, they pulled us a little bit, and then the 5 to go caution come out, which never goes my way, and it kind of did this time. Top 3 got jumbled up there, and they wrecked into each other a little bit and pushed up, and left me a lane on the bottom, and I took it and got us a win. So it wasn't easy for sure. That was pretty tough racing, and that's pretty cool. My first Cup win, I think, legally. So we should be good.
Well, congratulations, KRC Photography Night, the 100th running of DNQ. You get your name in the record books 2 times. I mean, you were lucky and good tonight. Who do you have to thank for being in victory lane again?
I mean, they don't know the man hours that we put in these things, and washing them and setting them up and double guessing ourselves, and I got to thank DNQ for putting the series on. It's a fun series, especially with these Hoosier tires. It definitely evens the playing field out to everybody, and all the wives out there that put up with our crap and us being gone out in the garages all night and drinking beer, and so it's cool. I like it.
Well, you might want to put those Busch Lights in the fridge before you crack one of those boys open, but congratulations again. Bobby Showtime takes home the victory in Cup Series. Nick Stroup down here, 1 spot away. You already had 1 win tonight, but you were right on the back bumper of Showtime coming across the line.
Yeah, we could have had a couple more laps. We feel like we had something for him, but Welch was the show of the field there for a while, and those 5 to go cautions, anything can happen. So it is what it is. Had a second place go-kart, finished second. So it is what it is.
Yeah, if Adam Welch ever figures out how to finish a race here, he's going to be something to mess with. We see Bobby Showtime laughing as he goes by. Well, yeah, what's it going to take to be, a first-place go-kart here instead of second? The
line moved back to the top. My go-kart rips on the top, man. I'm really, really, really fast. We got to figure it out there. Come down the bottom, I suck. We're gonna keep working on it, though, and see if we can figure anything else out.
Stroup Camp going to try to figure out how to get it to run around the bottom here. Second place tonight. Good run. Flying Ryan Ayers started in the back, but made his way up to a podium finish. Took a little beating and banging there at the end, but better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, we weren't even supposed to drive this thing tonight, but thanks to Beatty and Welch, 3 days ago, this thing wasn't even built. So sort of like a test piece, pretty good. So just want to thank them. And it's a little rough on the restarts. These the clones are rough for sure, but had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, this pure white body, lots of room for sponsorship on this machine. If it was a test machine, it definitely worked out. Where do you go from here?
Probably nowhere, because I probably won't drive it again. So we'll see. I'm always up for higher. So if Rick Hendrick, Penske, wants me, let me know.
Flying Ryan Ayers, free agent right now. Podium finishes, way to get up into the Cup Series.
Let's take a look at the Filthy Mechanic Pro Cup Series final results. Zach Smith fails a tire sample. There is no such thing as undetectable prep. Chris Lawson takes home the win. Austin Compton second. Brandon Connard, and I don't know if there's anybody I really want to give a shout out to that finishes better than normal, but there it is.
Austin Compton, shout out. Why not? Good for him.
Yeah, KRC Photography. Thanks for making all these guys look a lot better than they actually are.
USAC feature Nick Stroup. If he runs this series all the time, we're gonna be calling him out a lot. Did pass a tire sample. Charlie King in second. I mean, man, he was running down Stroup there at the end.
He gave everybody a lot to look at with all those aero bits. So I'm wondering what it's going to be like next week after everybody laid their eyes on that machine. Who's going to copy what he's got? Because it really seemed like it was working out.
Monkey see, monkey do in go-kart racing. So we'll see what happens next time out.
Curtis Beeson, 6th place finish, really good. Cowboy Carmine, very good run for him. David Crops, solid top 10 again. There's a lot of competition in that series, so good to see them too. Finish Line Wash Pros Dash Series. If you need any work done to your house, pressure washing, driveway, house, call Finish Line Wash Pros. They do such a good job. Their feature tonight, Kelly Brick crossed the line first, decided to not let us sample one of his tires, and that gave Robert Showalter the immediate win. Britt is now going to take the next race off. Showalter, that makes it 2 in a row for him in this series. And Joey Gase doing a very good job as well. I don't know, is there anybody you guys want to give a shout-out to in this feature?
Well, Jordan Rummage, returning to the series. He was a diehard DNQ competitor. He's been kind of making some spot appearances lately, and top 5 for him coming out in a competitive series like Dash. Bravo.
Yeah, and I will give my shout out to Brian Shaw's right side Nerf bar for surviving that race.
Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair Bush Series. This is a wild one. Brandon Conner gets the win after getting spun. I mean, just overcoming major adversity.
Yeah, the Ryan Millington, Ethan Hildebrand scuffle there with 2 to go ultimately gave Brandon Conner the win. But those two, especially Ethan Hildebrand in his DNQ debut, what a run for him.
Yeah, John Gerald, P8, not too shabby, and shout out to people like Tar Heel Racing Supply that sell bodies, because I'm sure they moved a few extra side panels and nose cones after that race. Man, they were rough.
No kidding. Escape Pool Cleaning Cup Series, and the race we just watched, Robert Showalter did an amazing job there, just waiting to the time to get it done. And Adam Wells, tough break for him. He's going to finish 5th. The funniest thing I have to say, that when I left the racetrack after this race was over, I was getting ready to drive home. Adam Wells stopped me, and he said, "Hey, there's a 5 to go caution on the way home. Make sure you don't get wrecked." Still laughing about that one. That was a good one. Good run for CJ Winslow. I'm going to call him out. He did a great job.
Yeah, bad run for Eric Riggins. He was right up there at the end and made his way all the way back to 9th after they went like 6 wide with 1 to go. Yeah, heartbreak for him.
Now, nice recovery for Zach Campolonia, too. He got spun there early on and fought his way back to a respectable top 10 there, so good for him.
All right, well, the next race is it'll be May 12th, and that'll be the Escape Pool Cleaning Night. And, we're just moving right along here with this DNQ series, guys, and this will be halfway. So you know what happens after halfway. Anybody that is involved with DNQ knows that things start to get very interesting after halfway.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm excited. That's when everybody really starts to pull out all the stops, all the stuff that they've been saving all year. Maybe you find something that's a little bit outside the gray area, and you're maybe, 4th or 5th in points, starting to get desperate, and people start to pull out all the stops. So be ready. The heavy right side Nerf bars are coming out.
Yeah, people are going to throw on maybe a different degree right front spindle there, try to change the cross they've got in that go-kart. Maybe they're going to try some cheater-ass axles or something like that made out of, although I don't want to call it cheater. Like, can you run a carbon fiber axle if you wanted to in DNQ? Is that a rule? Okay.
No, there's no rule
some
against
places
it.
there are. So, yeah, I mean, why not? People are going to get crazy. People were riding the first couple races to see how it shook out. And those people that are within shouting distance of a championship, man, they're going to give it the raw, like Bill said. So, crack open a beer, people, put your feet up. It's going to be a good rest of the season, good second half.
Yeah, we've got the road course coming up. We've got Iredell County Fairgrounds, if they have the fair. I mean, the schedule gets pretty out of control at the end of the year, and there's always tech. I mean, if you guys have run DNQ for how many years, you know that tech really ramps up at the second half of the year. So it's going to get exciting to watch.
Hell yeah.
Sure is. I'm going to be there. Won't miss it.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys. This video might be out by the time it's race day, but we'll see you guys for the escape pool cleaning night. And thank you guys for joining us.
Always good to be here, Bob. Thank you.
There you have it.